Ladies and gentlemen, the one thing we all get an equal amount. Time is the ultimate equal waste, like it's infinite. But I'm here to tell you today, use time like a weapon. Time is the ultimate equalizer. That's what most people don't understand. Everyone wants to talk about privilege, opportunity, background, crying about the cards they were dealt. But they forget one thing. Every single person on this planet gets the same 24 hours in a day. It doesn't matter if you're broke, rich, born in a village or a mansion. You've got time, the same amount as anyone else. And that time, that's your weapon. That's your edge. If you know how to use it, you win. If you don't, you lose. It's that simple. Wake up every day knowing I've got 24 hours to dominate. I don't get more than you. I don't get extra minutes because I've earned money or because I've trained harder. No, I just know what to do with the hours I've got. The clock is ticking, whether you're using it or not. And while most people are out there wasting it, scrolling, sleeping in, arguing over nonsense, I'm making moves. I'm pushing forward. You can't control the fact that time moves forward, but you can control whether you move with it or stay stuck. People don't realize they're in a race. You wake up, you've already started the race. The clock's running, but you're standing still. You're checking your phone, you're thinking I'll get to it later. That's how you lose. Every second that passes is a second you'll never get back. It's gone forever. You think you've got time, and maybe right now you do. But that illusion is the biggest trap. You don't have time. You have now. That's it. The future doesn't exist yet, and the past is dead. All you've got is this moment, and the next one, and the next one. And if you're not using them, someone else is. Someone hungrier than you, someone who wants it more, someone who's not wasting their 24 hours. The winners in life, they're not lucky, they're not chosen. They're not even always the smartest or the strongest. They're just the ones who looked at their time like it was a weapon and said, I'm going to slice through every excuse, every obstacle, every distraction with this. They saw time as valuable, not as something to kill, but something to use. Most people wake up and they're already behind. They live in reaction mode, wake up late, answer to other people's schedules, chase chaos all day. That's not living, that's surviving. If you're not controlling your time, someone else is controlling it for you. What do you think the most dangerous person looks like? It's not the guy who can fight. It's not the guy with money. It's the man who wakes up early with a plan and zero distractions. A man who respects his time is a man who's already ahead of 95% of people walking this earth. He doesn't waste mornings. He doesn't waste nights. He stacks hours like bricks and builds empires. That's discipline over time creates power, but you got to be ruthless about it. You got to protect your time like your life depends on it, because it does. You ever hear people say, I just didn't have time? That's weakness speaking. That's someone who doesn't own their life. You don't find time, you make it. You carve it out, you sacrifice for it. You trade comfort for progress. Every hour you spend doing nothing productive is an hour someone else is grinding, building, learning, evolving. And one day you'll look up and wonder why they're ahead of you. It's because they weaponized time while you played with it. I don't check the clock because I'm bored. I check it because I know every second counts. I don't waste energy on things that don't make me stronger, smarter, or richer. People will waste entire days arguing online, binge watching shows, gossiping, lying around, doing nothing, and then wonder why their life never changes. You're writing your future every day with how you spend your time. Every day you delay, every hour you waste, you're choosing mediocrity, giving away the most powerful resource you've got. Let me tell you something. Success is earned in silence, in the hours when nobody's watching. When it's dark, when it's uncomfortable, when you'd rather do anything else, but you don't. That's when real winners are made, when they're using their time while others are wasting it. You don't need talent. You don't need permission. You just need discipline and a relentless respect for time. Once you understand that, once you feel that urgency, everything changes. You stop waiting for motivation and start acting with intention. You stop wishing and start working. You don't need a miracle. You don't need some massive opportunity to fall in your lap. You've already got everything you need. You've got time. The question is, what are you doing with it? Are you owning it, controlling it, slicing through your goals with it, or are you handing it away hour by hour to things that make you weak, distracted, and average? People want a different life, but they're not willing to live differently. They want success, but still waste time like they're entitled to more. You're not. You've got today right now. That's it. And if you treat this moment like a weapon, if you attack your life with urgency, you'll start to see change faster than you thought possible. So remember this, time is not just passing by. It's not just ticking. It's yours. You can shape it. You can use it, or you can let it slip. And once it's gone, it's gone. You don't get another shot at today. You don't get to replay this hour. This is your time, and it's time to use it like a weapon. Time should be used with precision, not randomly, not loosely, not like some casual thing you burn through while waiting for something better to come along. You treat it like a weapon, and a weapon only works if it's sharp, focused, and used with intention. That's the problem with most people. They live without direction. They get up and drift. They go through the motions and they wonder why nothing changes, why they're stuck. It's because they've never learned how to aim their time. Think about a sniper. He doesn't pull the trigger without locking in a target. He waits. He lines up the shot. He controls his breathing. And when he pulls that trigger, it's deliberate, precise, deadly. That's how your time should be. Every minute should be pointed directly at a target. Every action should serve a purpose. But most of you are firing blanks all day, busy doing everything, achieving nothing. You confuse movement with progress. Just because you're active doesn't mean you're effective. There's a difference between being busy and being productive. Only one moves you forward. People waste entire days doing things that don't matter. They say yes to distractions, to people who drain their energy, to habits that lead nowhere. They go through their day reacting, emails, notifications, other people's problems. You're living on autopilot. And autopilot doesn't win wars. You've got to take control of the cockpit. You've got to decide every morning what matters. You've got to cut everything else out like it's a thread, because it is. Your time is a weapon. That means you don't hand it over freely. You don't waste it entertaining weakness. You don't spend it chasing validation. You use it to build, to execute, to evolve. You use it like your life depends on it, because it does. And here's the thing, most people don't even know what they're aiming at. No vision, no goal, no direction, just drifting. If you don't have a target, you'll never hit anything. So first decide what you want. Be brutally clear about it. You want to be rich, fit, respected? Good. Then figure out what every minute of your day should look like to get you there. I schedule everything. Not because I'm obsessed with being busy, because I don't trust the world with my time. I don't leave it open for chance. I don't give it away to randomness. I wake up with a purpose. I know what I'm doing when I'm doing it and why it matters. That's precision. That's discipline. And that's how you get ahead while everyone else is still fumbling around trying to figure it out. Discipline is freedom. People think structure is suffocating. It's not. Chaos is suffocating. Waking up late, having no plan, wasting half the day on distractions and then wondering where the time went. That's prison. Freedom is knowing exactly what to do and when to do it. Freedom is executing with clarity. That's when you're dangerous. That's when you can walk into any room, any situation, and know you've already won. Because your time is locked in and your habits are lethal. You want more out of life? Then make your time work like a machine, like a weapon. Cut out the fluff. You don't need 3-hour breaks. You don't need to binge half a season of TV to relax. And you definitely don't need to answer every message, every call, every noise that demands your attention. Most people let the world hijack their time because they've never learned to defend it. You've got to get aggressive about your schedule. Ruthless. Because the world will eat your time alive if you let it. Start small. Track your hours, write them down. See where the holes are, see where you're bleeding time, then patch it. Replace the dead time with something that builds you. Reading, training, learning, working, meditating, sharpening your mind. Time is currency, and the rich spend it wisely. The poor blow it like it's nothing. Don't confuse free time with free license to waste. If you've got extra hours in your day, they should be invested like money. Put them where they give you a return. And don't wait for motivation. That's another lie. You think motivation is going to come and save you? It won't. Motivation is fleeting. Precision is permanent. Structure beats mood every time. You've got to be the kind of person who works whether they feel like it or not, who locks in on a goal and doesn't flinch, who doesn't need hype, doesn't need validation, doesn't need someone to pat them on the back. You move because you decided, because you made your time non-negotiable. If you want to know how serious someone is about their goals, look at how they spend their day. Look at their calendar. Look at their habits. That tells you everything. You can talk about ambition all you want, but if your time isn't aligned with your words, it's just noise. It's fantasy. You're not committed to success. You're playing pretend. And this world doesn't reward pretenders. It rewards people who move with clarity, who act with purpose, who use time like it's a weapon. Your phone, that's a weapon if you use it right. But for most people, it's a black hole, a time-sucking vortex of nonsense, social media, gossip, drama, distractions. You got the most powerful tool in human history in your pocket, and you're using it to scroll through garbage. You got a brain capable of building empires, and you're using it to compare yourself to strangers. That's weak. That's a waste. Aim your time, aim your tools, use every resource like it's a blade, not a toy. No, there's no balance here. You don't need balance when you're trying to rise. You need obsession. You need laser focus. Balance is for people who've already made it. You're still in the war zone. You're still climbing. You need to be locked in, precise. Every hour should be accounted for. Every day should have a goal. Don't float. Don't drift. Drive. Command your time like a general commands troops. That's how you win. And if you mess up, good. Learn from it. Tighten the plan. Recommit. The world's not going to wait for you. Life doesn't pause while you get your act together. The clock keeps ticking. So you either use your time with precision or you get outpaced by someone who does. Time can destroy excuses. That's what makes it so powerful and so dangerous to the weak. Every excuse you've ever made, every lie you've ever told yourself about why you're not where you want to be, it all burns in the face of time used correctly. You say you don't have enough time? That's the most common and the most pathetic excuse there is. You've got time. You're just not using it. You've just chosen comfort over commitment, distraction over discipline, weakness over war, and time exposes it. People love to hide behind the idea that they're too busy to chase their goals, too busy to get in shape, too busy to read, too busy to build something meaningful. But somehow they've got time to binge shows, scroll through social media, hang out doing nothing, complain about their life, sleep in like they've already made it. Time doesn't care about your story. It doesn't care about your struggles. It's just ticking, and that clock will keep moving whether you're grinding or making excuses. Here's the truth no one wants to admit. If you're not where you want to be, it's because you haven't made your time count. You've let it slip. You've handed it over to things that weaken you. And now you want to blame something else. Your job, your circumstances, other people. But deep down, you know you've wasted time. You know you've said tomorrow one too many times. Now you've quit early, delayed progress, waited for motivation like it was some magical signal that never came. That's your fault. Own it. The moment you take responsibility for your time is the moment you kill every excuse. Because once you say, my time is mine, you can't blame anyone else. You can't say you didn't have the opportunity, because opportunity shows up in your calendar. It shows up in how you spend your hours. You want better results? Start using your time like someone who deserves them. Stop pretending you're a victim of your schedule. You built your schedule, you chose your priorities, you let time get away from you, and now it's exposing the truth. Hey, excuses live in the gaps of your time. They grow in the space between action and avoidance. You give them room, they multiply. You close that gap with purpose, with effort, with action, and they suffocate. That's the weaponized use of time. It crushes weakness. It holds a mirror to your habits and forces you to face reality. That's why most people avoid structure. They don't want to see the reflection. They don't want the accountability. Because once you lock into a schedule, once you start tracking your time, you remove the wiggle room. You kill the I was just too tired. You eliminate the I didn't get a chance. You bury the I'm too busy forever. And don't talk to me about being tired. You're tired because you're undisciplined. You're tired because your energy is scattered. You're tired because your time is leaking out in a dozen directions that don't serve you. If you locked in, got serious, cut the garbage, and focused, really focused, you'd have more energy, more drive, more momentum. The fatigue people feel isn't physical, it's emotional, it's mental, it's spiritual. It comes from wasting time and knowing it, that quiet regret that follows you through the day. You didn't do what you said you'd do. You didn't rise when you should have. You didn't execute. And now the weight of that sits on your back like dead weight. There's freedom in owning your time. There's power in knowing you're doing what needs to be done. That's where confidence comes from. Not from words, not from wishes, but from work, from results, from stacking days of progress until you look back and realize you've outgrown your excuses. They don't fit you anymore. They don't belong in the life you're building, but you've got to earn that. You've got to fight for it. Excuses don't go quietly. They scream when you try to silence them. They'll claw at your mind. They'll whisper all the reasons why you should give up, take it easy, delay one more day. And that's when you sharpen your time like a blade and cut those lies down. You've got to be honest with yourself. Where is your time really going? What are you choosing when no one's watching? What are you saying yes to that's keeping you average? This is the part people run from. They'd rather believe their own excuses than face their reflection. But the truth will set you free only if you're willing to face it. Your time is your proof. Your schedule is your audit. Look at your day and you'll know exactly why you are where you are. Time is loyalty. That's what most people don't get. You want to know what you're loyal to? Look at where your time goes. Don't tell me what you value. Show me your calendar. Show me your habits. That's the truth. That's the raw, unfiltered proof of what really matters to you. Because where your time flows, your priorities follow. If you say you want success, but you spend your time on distractions, on comfort, on people who don't push you, then your loyalty isn't to success, to staying average. And that's the cold reality. You can talk all day about wanting to win, about chasing goals, about becoming something greater. But if you're not loyal to your time, it's all talk. You can fake a lot of things in life. You can fake confidence. You can fake hustle on social media, but you can't fake time. It exposes you. It reveals what you're truly committed to. Every second you spend is a vote, a decision, a choice. And day by day, hour by hour, those choices add up. They build or they destroy. They take you closer to your goals or drag you further away. There's no middle ground. The world will try to pull you in every direction. People will want your time, your attention, your energy, and most of them don't even deserve it. That's why you've got to be loyal to you, to your mission, to your future, because if you're not, you'll wake up one day and realize you've spent years being loyal to the wrong things, bad habits, weak people, dead-end paths. You gave your time away and now you want to blame the world for what you lost. No, that's done you. That's your responsibility. Loyalty to your time means you protect it. It means you say no without guilt. It means you choose the hard thing over the easy one because you got a bigger vision. It's not always fun. It's not always exciting, but it's necessary. Winners are loyal to their routines, loyal to the grind, loyal to the sacrifice because they understand the power of time. They know that every moment has weight. Every decision is momentum or decay. And the ones who lose, they're loyal to feelings, to comfort, the short-term pleasure, and they pay the price. When I say be loyal to your time, I mean treat it like the most valuable asset you've got, because it is. Time is more valuable than money. You can lose money and get it back. You can't do that with time. Once it's gone, it's gone. You don't get a refund. So if you're loyal to wasting it, you're loyal to losing. And if you're serious about rising, you've got to realign your loyalty. You've got to prove, not just in words, but in actions, that you're committed. You've got to be loyal to progress, even when it's boring, loyal to growth, even when it's painful, loyal to the vision, even when no one else sees it. That's what separates the elite from the average. Everyone wants success when it's easy, when it's flashy, when it's loud. But loyalty is quiet. It's what you do when no one's watching. It's what you sacrifice when it would be easier to just say whatever and quit. It's what keeps you going when you're tired, when you failed, when you don't feel like doing anything at all. Because loyalty to your time means you're not ruled by emotion, you're ruled by purpose. Let me ask you something. How many times have you said, I don't have time, but then spent hours on things that didn't bring you an inch closer to your goals? That's not a time problem. That's a loyalty problem. You were loyal to escape, loyal to distraction, loyal to weakness. And that's fine if you want an average life. But if you want more, if you want to dominate, then your loyalty needs to shift. You've got to become the kind of person who shows up whether they feel like it or not, who chooses structure over chaos, who earns every minute and defends it like it's sacred. Because that's what time is. It's sacred. And when you learn to treat it that way, life changes. You stop letting people waste your hours with meaningless drama. You stop showing up for things that don't matter. You stop giving away your energy to people who haven't earned it. You become focused, sharper, more powerful, not because you've changed the world, but because you changed how you move through it. You've changed your relationship with time, and that changes everything else. Loyalty to your time will cost you. It'll cost you fake friends. It'll cost you lazy habits. It'll cost you comfort and popularity, but it will buy you freedom. It will buy you power. It will buy you the kind of life that most people only talk about, but never touch. Because while they're out here wasting time trying to look successful, you be becoming it. This is what people don't understand. It's not about being perfect. It's about being loyal, consistently, ruthlessly, relentlessly. Even on the days you don't feel like it. Even when no one is clapping for you. Even when it feels like you're not getting anywhere. That's loyalty. That's what builds empires. That's what separates legends from the forgotten. And when your time becomes untouchable, when you move like every second counts, your entire life starts to elevate. You attract better people. You make better decisions. You become someone others can't ignore. Because people can smell purpose. They can see discipline. They can feel that you're different. And that difference starts with how you treat your time. So don't just use your time, honor it, defend it, commit to it like your life depends on it, because it does. Loyalty to time is loyalty to greatness.